Yeah, that works. That sounds about right. It's the Royal Rumble preview 2026 Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Let's break it down. Break it down. Johnny North. Johnny North. What's up, man?
You sing a lot, Dave. I noticed that. A couple episodes I went back on. I'm like, oh, it's a different song. Interesting.
To start the show?
Any show. Not just the wrestling show. The Ringside Report. Always like a da-da-da, something like that. Like, it's always a big dun-dun.
Yeah, I
always
guess
got
there
a tune
is,
in your
isn't
heart.
there? Sorry. Should I stop?
That's okay.
Is it bad?
I just wonder, like, I don't know
didn't
some
notice.
of the songs. I'm like, I noticed some. I know the DX one, obviously.
Yeah.
But some of them, you're just going, dun-dun-dum. And it's like, what is that?
Maybe it's nothing. Sometimes it's just made up. Sometimes it's based off something else. Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Is it for the kids?
What?
Is it for you sing for the kids, I'm guessing? Or
sometimes. My daughter loves that one song. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? That song?
Yeah, I know that song, yeah.
She loves it. Singing that constantly. It's always in my head. I think it's K-pop. I'm not even sure where it comes from. She's going to be 4 soon. You believe it?
April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Royal Rumble. Angelo is with us. Ryan Katz is with us. Harold Schneider is with us. Matthew Henley. It's a big weekend. Welcome to the Ringside Report Network. We have a very big weekend for you. We're going to be covering the Rumble tomorrow. We're actually going to start our Rumble coverage during the Men's Rumble. I think the Men's Rumble will close the show, right? Whatever closes the show, that match, we're going to start the show. So we'll do like a watch-along of probably the Men's Rumble and then recap the rest of the show as we go. So that'll be fun.
I mean, let's look at this historically, except for the first time it happened. I don't believe the Women's Rumble has... Maybe it happened twice. But that's about it. I don't believe the Women's Rumble has ended the show. I think it's been since, remember Ronda, I think?
Mm-hmm.
But Ronda, I don't think he even won it. That was like when she came out or something.
I really don't remember. But did they close the show then? Yeah.
I want to say Asuka won it, right? The first ever one, right?
I don't know.
And then didn't Ronda come out and point or something?
You're putting me on the spot here. I don't know, John. You're supposed to know these things. This is your job to know.
Well, I just remember Asuka won the first ever one. Eliminated Nikki. I want to say this is like 2019. And I think maybe Ronda came out that time too, I think. That might be the exact same Rumble. And Ronda just pointed at the WrestleMania sign. And we just didn't understand what that meant at the time.
Asuka won Royal Rumble 2018, the first
18. Okay.
Women's Rumble match, and it closed the show.
Yeah.
I guess that was the only one that's ever closed the show. So our point is that the Men's Rumble match will likely close tomorrow's show. It is a star-studded show. And I'm getting questions in the chat from Angelo and Matthew. They want to know about SmackDown and Saturday night's main event that I was at and Johnny was at last weekend. And we'll get to that for sure. We'll definitely cover that. I want to talk about the Rumble. I want to talk about going to SmackDown. We'll even talk about a little AEW. I thought they did a hell of an opening promo on Dynamite this week. After the Kenny match, I thought all that was really good. interesting main event scene that they have. Kenny Omega probably going to get a title match with MJF. Looks like he's working his way towards that. So some good stuff just all around in the world of pro wrestling. A lot of stuff going on in the WWE. Obviously, it's the Rumble weekend. We're on the road to WrestleMania here. Big things are happening. Roman Reigns officially in the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes officially in the Rumble. Brock Lesnar in the Rumble. We're expecting many other surprises, or, expected surprises, whatever you want to call it. Is it a surprise if you expect them to show up? I don't know.
I think with Brock, it doesn't count anymore because they actually, WWE has announced it themselves. So, yeah, I don't think Brock is really a surprise when it's pretty much mentioned, I think, in WWE storylines now.
Yeah, it is official, and they talked about it on SmackDown this afternoon. Watching SmackDown in the afternoon from Saudi Arabia. A lot of empty seats, I noticed. A lot of people noticing all the empty seats in this brand new stadium that they built in 30 days somehow. Don't want to speculate how that stadium got built. I'll leave that for others. That's not my job. I don't want to do that. But, doesn't seem great. And they built that stadium. And apparently all the tickets were bought by resellers who then weren't able to resell those tickets. That's the word going around Saudi Arabia, is that all the tickets to this stadium that wasn't built yet, like imagine buying a bunch of tickets in the hopes that you're going to sell them in a stadium that's not even built yet for an event that hasn't happened. I mean, the event that hasn't happened, that's kind of normal for reselling tickets, but like in a stadium that's not even built, it's bizarre. Then they build it, and nobody bought the tickets because everything was empty on SmackDown. The tickets were sold for the WWE, but, which I don't even know if that matters. Like, does the WWE get the gate? Or is that, is it like a paid spot show type of thing where the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia gives the WWE a flat fee and then they take in all ticket sales? I don't know. Nobody knows. How does that work?
It's not very clear because WWE hasn't made it clear, and I don't think they plan to. I don't
Yeah,
believe
they don't want to say.
Saudi.
Yeah,
They don't want to stay.
right.
And according to WWE, they made that stadium. Apparently, that was them that did that. So
Ooh, WWE
it's very
made
weird.
it?
Yeah, well, you don't hear in WWE said that they made that. That's what they say. That's the kayfabe storyline, is that WWE made that apparently.
Well, it's empty. I wonder what the Rumble's going to look like. Hopefully the tickets were sold for that, but it was weird seeing SmackDown with so many empty seats. I mean, they couldn't hide it. Normally, like last week, I was at SmackDown. You didn't go to SmackDown. You went to Saturday night's main event. But I went to both shows,
Yep.
and SmackDown, there were some seats that were tarped off. There were some big black tarps on 3 sections in the lower bowl that you couldn't see because that's where the hard camera was placed. And they strategically show you shots of the arena where it looks full because the rest of the lower bowl was full. The 200 level was half full. And then the 300 level was a third full, and then the rest of it was tarped off. But you can't really see on TV. So it looks full just when you're taking pictures from, my vantage point. From my vantage point, people were commenting on how empty it looked because I was taking pictures of the ring, and right behind all the wrestlers, there's 3 empty sections. But the rest of the arena, because I'm sitting there, I was right in the center where I'm looking straight at the hard cam, right? And that's where they have tarped off sections. So it was kind of misleading. Some of my pictures, people were like, whoa, it's empty. I'm like, it's not really empty. It's just those are the sections where I'm looking at. But it was a decent house for SmackDown. And Saturday night's main event, not tarped off at all. All those sections were full. In the lower bowl, you were up in the 300 section. I think that was half full. And then the 200 was full, I think. Or maybe they had a few sections tarped off in 200.
Nothing tarped, but some sections weren't full. Like half,
Right.
half 300 was tarped off though.
Mm-hmm.
Like all tarped off the
Mm-hmm.
half of 300. But yeah,
Hard cam side.
they
Half
did
of
better,
It,
and apparently they moved a lot of people to that side that you're talking about for Saturday night's main event, so it wasn't so bad.
yeah.
I know some people that had tickets in 300s that got moved to that section so that they filled it up. So what you did on SmackDown wouldn't happen on Saturday night's main event, so that fixed itself. But in terms of like ticket sales, though, they did terrible for SmackDown. We talked about like 10,000 for a 21,000 seat arena. That's not very good actually for SmackDown. They
Well,
did
it's not
slightly
set
better
up for 21,000, John. You're being a little. I mean, it was set up for maybe 14, 15,000 because they cut off like a good chunk of the arena for the stage, right? 21,000 is for like a UFC where they have the octagon right in the middle, or a hockey game or something, right? Like they don't really do 21,000 for the WWE. Like even the Elimination Chamber, I think it was maybe 15 to 17, maybe 18,000 max, right? They didn't do 20,000 for Chamber, and that was a sold out house for WWE. All the levels sold.
I think it was 16, 17, something like that for
Right.
Chamber, something
Well,
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, a lot of it's the
So
stage.
you're saying 21,000, that's the capacity for like hockey, but not for WWE because of the stage.
Yeah, that mainly because of the whole setup. Because like that stage is gigantic.
Yeah.
By the way, and the
I mean,
way
if
they
they
set up the
wanted
whole
to,
like
they could make the stage smaller and do 20,000. I mean, they could technically, right? But
I mean,
they'd have to make
Toronto
the stage
did
tiny.
Toronto did it like much better than us. Like they did close to 17,000. So that's an 18,000 seat arena.
You see it in some arenas WWE does where they have the seats behind the stage. You know?
Yep.
That's when it's really sold out. That's really sold out when they make the stage tiny. But still, I thought Saturday night's main event was well attended. SmackDown was okay, but that's kind of what you expect. It was freezing. Nobody wanted to go up. The walk-up crowd must have been terrible. You know, you expect people to just kind of walk up and buy tickets. Nobody's doing that. I mean, some people did, I'm sure, but it was so cold. It remains so cold. Minus like 28 on last Friday. You know, it was brutal. So I thought it was fine. Attendance-wise, it was about what I expected. You thought it was bad?
I think it just goes to show that maybe don't do a double shot back to back. I think they would have done good if they just did a one shot deal. That would have drawn, I think, much better. But I think double shot, it's too much, especially just out of nowhere like that too. And also, like, you know, we'll talk about this later too. But I just thought if you're only doing 3 matches, that's not great actually for a whole show, and that's really like lacking. Like all the star power you have, and you only give us like 3 matches for the whole night. That's highly disappointing. I get why people wouldn't want to show up to that. I mean, they advertised 4 and only gave 3. I could see why people wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, but you know, Cody and Jacob Fatu is the match that was advertised that never actually happened. But what they did was very exciting. The crowd was going nuts for that. It was so fun. The brawl through the crowd was great. Jacob Fatu doing a dive on Green Phantom, tremendous. Come on.
I really don't want to bash a lot of the guys there because I'm friends with some of those guys. And
yeah, most of the security that was there. Like, you've wrestled most of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw Green Phantom. I was like, oh, Green Phantom.
I'm happy for them. I'm disappointed in a lot of them, and I'd say that right to their face. I'm disappointed in you guys for what happened there, and you know why. Like, if you saw that, like, I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Jacob kind of, no one knew what the heck he was doing there with that double jump, triple jump thing he did, but like, everyone just falls down, and like Jacob didn't touch any of them. Even Cody fell too, and I'm like, this looks terrible.
Yeah, the dive was
This is
bad. It didn't
awful.
look good. Yeah. Why did Cody fall? He wasn't
Because
anywhere near Jacob.
they're stuck in their mentality of like, oh, they got to do this thing. It's gonna look good and it'll pop, and it looks horrific when it happens, and it looks horrific when I
Yeah.
saw that live. I couldn't believe that they did. And again, my friend's there, but again, they just follow along. It's the clown car, and again, I hate to say that because it's people I know, but they were all in the clown car, and they all just came down and fell down like pinballs.
I don't like the everybody crowd around because this guy's on the top rope. Let's all catch him. I don't like that. They do it too much.
I don't know if we're really reviewing it right now, but I'm just saying, like,
Go ahead.
I don't know. Starting Saturday night's main event, like this is how that started, right? Was with that whole brawl situation.
Yeah.
I think it actually hurt the show than helped the show because you start off with the best thing, which is like backyard wrestling, which was pretty much what that brawl was.
Yeah.
And everyone's dying for it in the main event, and we didn't get it. And I don't know if you heard it. Like I heard it throughout my whole section as we won tables because everyone thought, oh, it's going to be crazy after what we saw in the opening match or the opening segment. And in the main event, like, it's not hardcore whatsoever, really.
No. It really wasn't. The main event.
I know you thought it was lackluster.
Yeah.
The main event. I know that.
Well, because, the main event was the 4-way Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Trickery Williams, and
Damian
Priest, who I always forget because, my God, is he forgettable. He gets no reaction when he comes out. People love Drew. People love to say, whoop that trick. People, obviously, in Montreal love Sami Zayn. But Damian Priest, like, no one cares. No one cares. I don't care, and apparently no one else does either.
Someone had to get pinned, though.
And it had to be him because he's not over. He's not over. At all. Like, yikes. I was sad for him. I was like, oof. Like, imagine walking out and you hear the response for everybody else, and then you walk out and you're supposed to be a babyface, and it's just like crickets. It was so quiet.
I felt Rey Fenix had the same kind of reaction today on SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought the 4-ways was a little, you expect Sami to win. It wasn't a great match. And then Sami wins, and you're like, all right. And even Sami winning, the crowd is hyped for it because Sami wins a big match, but it's really a number one contenders match against Drew McIntyre, who the crowd likes as well, who's the new champion and is unlikely to lose the belt here at the Rumble, even though I think there's a lot of story you could tell with Sami as champion and Roman and or Cody chasing him, but, I don't know if the WWE is going to go there. I think Sami winning the belt in Saudi Arabia would be massive too. In Saudi, I mean, Sami was speaking Arabic on SmackDown. None of the other guys can speak Arabic. Don't you think the Saudi people would be happy with that? I think they would be. They popped big time for Sami, as they did in Montreal. But I just felt like that's it. I wanted a little bit more from a Saturday night's main event. It felt like we're giving you Sami with a win. That's what you get. And I was like, well, that's fine, but it's kind of expected, and it doesn't really, at this point, Sami Zayn has won and lost so many times, you go, well, where's this really headed? It's hard to believe in him at this point. I don't know. But the match didn't do enough for me. And, again, I just don't really buy Sami beating Drew, which kind of fast forwards a little bit to the Rumble preview. But, yeah, we can give that away. I think Drew's going to retain.
I did like something that Sami said, though. Like, Sami said something really good was like, yeah, I've lost to Drew like 10, 11 times. But Sami is undefeated in Saudi Arabia. So you have two different things going at it there. Obviously, I think Sami is going to lose in Saudi Arabia, but still, I like that he brings up that point. It's a good point.
I want him to win. He should win. Like, if not now, when? Seriously, if not now, when are you ever going to give him the belt?
Oh, he's like, they're doing WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Not this year, but next year. So
who knows what's going to happen by next year? It's no guarantee.
Sure.
It's no guarantee. He's getting a title match here in Saudi. It's not a bad time to do it, man. I'm telling you. It would shock everybody. Because Drew is the new champion. And like you said, no one expects Drew to lose here. No one. Like, Cody's cutting promos about Drew chasing the championship. Cody's on SmackDown talking about Drew. He's not talking about Sami at all. It's like Cody's not even thinking Sami has a shot. Cody talked about Drew and the belt tonight. Did he say Sami Zayn's name once on SmackDown? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he did mention, because he mentioned all different ways, right? Because he mentioned Punk as well.
Yeah.
He mentioned that Sami might be the champion, not Drew. And he actually wouldn't mind facing his friend, actually, for the title.
Okay. Well, there it is. Maybe I missed that. I didn't hear that. He said that tonight on SmackDown?
Yeah, well, Cody said everything in the book.
He said a lot.
Even though that they were saying no, though, to him winning the Rumble, though, the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, fans didn't want Cody winning the Rumble. But, Roman can win the Rumble, and I think Roman will win the Rumble. And him going up against Sami for the belt would be like, ooh, That would be something. Because no one would expect Sami to be able to stand up to Roman Reigns, because we've seen him in big spots against Roman Reigns, and he's come up short. I think Sami Roman WrestleMania would be a big match for the belt. I think it would be a bigger match than Drew against Roman or Cody or whoever. Jacob Fatu.
I mean, we saw that match live. It was okay. I don't know if it's a WrestleMania match, to be honest. To me, the way I look at that match in terms of quality, and in terms of story right now, it doesn't fit. I don't see that as a Mania match. I don't even see Drew versus Roman as a Mania match. So they're going to have to fix that by the time they get to Mania. Wait and see on that one. It's interesting to see how this road is taking us right now, but I definitely see Drew retaining at the Rumble. And I guess that's probably going to be the match right before the main event, which would be the Royal match for the men's, I guess.
That would make sense. As far as the live experience, though, for SmackDown and Saturday night's main event, I had a great time. I loved it. WWE is so much fun in person. It's so much better live than it is on TV. I'll give you an example. When I watch the entrances on TV, I skip them most of the time. Because once you've seen it, it's the same thing every week. It's like watching the entrance in the video game. It's exactly the same. They do the same choreographed little spins, little poses. It's the same music. They walk to the ring the same way. They get in the ring. I skip to the bell because I want to see the match, because the match is different. But the entrance is the same on TV every week, and the pyro really doesn't affect me when I'm watching it on a screen. When you're there in person, the entrances are maybe the most exciting part, or one of the most exciting parts, because there's crazy pyro going on right in front of you. The music is loud. The lights are really impressive. It's a nice light show. The production is very high quality. The superstars come out in very expensive, fancy outfits. They look majestic in their entrances. They look very cool live, and you've seen them on weekly TV, so you're used to seeing it on TV, and then you see it in person, and it's like, oh, cool, it's that thing I saw on TV, and it's right there. And it's just, you see Charlotte Flair come out, and on TV it's cool, but in person, man, she's got this like crazy robe on. She's spinning around. There's just fireworks going off around her. It's very cool. You don't see that every day. So just that alone is fun. I thought the live experience of the WWE, the production of the WWE, really enhances the wrestling. And that's, what they bring. That's what they do, and we know this. And going to the live show for me is always worth it, especially going with my son, who's 8 years old, and he's really into it. He's so excited. We went to both shows together with my brother. We had a great time. We had a fantastic time. He had a great time. And to see him enjoy it really is my favorite part. So, it was good. As far as, the matches and all that, I thought seeing Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov hitting suplexes on each other, like some of those suplexes that Dragunov hit on Hayes, when they're 15, 20 feet away from you, it's far more impactful than when you're seeing it on a screen. I think we get desensitized to some of the violence that we watch week after week. When you see that physicality in person, you go, oof, man, that hurts. So I think that is fun, just seeing pro wrestling in person. And, it's a good overall show. There's no kind of dead points. When they're in commercial breaks, it's always, going. There's always something happening. It was exciting. Saw Jade Cargill. She's impressive. A lot of them are very impressive in person as well. Especially Jacob Fatu. He left the biggest impression on me, just how wide and thick he was. He is a massive man. He is way bigger in real life than he is on TV. He was the one guy where I went, God, this guy is huge. Big dude. Scary man. So that was cool. I really, I enjoy seeing the WWE in person. We watch so much of it. It's good to see it live. And it was a fun show. Saturday night's main event was good. SmackDown was good too. Was it the best WWE live show I ever went to? Yeah, no, probably not. But I've been to a lot of WWE live shows. So this was, one of them. It was good. And I'll go when they come again. I go to the WWE. I've seen, I've been to all the shows for the past 25 years. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Long time. I mean, I went to Saturday night's main event. I saw Bret Hart get screwed. I saw Jerry Lawler die on Raw. I saw Shawn Michaels almost cause a riot. I saw Hulk Hogan get the biggest ovation of all time. I've seen a lot of things, and that's what you get when you go to the WWE. You never know what you're going to get. You might get a classic moment. You might get an average show, but either way, it's going to be fun. I like pro wrestling, A lot of times people hear me critique pro wrestling. They're like, do you like wrestling? I'm like, yeah, of course I like wrestling. That's why I'm watching it. The reason I critique it is because I want it to be better, because I know what's possible. So it was good. I like going to see WWE. You went, John. Begrudgingly, but you still went on one of the nights. You spent money, bought a ticket, went to the show. You wanted to see AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, which was cool. The women's tag match, very good as well. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez. Come on.
I won't disagree with that. I mean, that was the review I sent to, I think it was Eventco, because they asked the whole survey thing. I wrote them a little thing, right? So, or a little recap kind of thing. Do you get those things?
I do. I don't answer them.
Well, I gave it a 2 on 5. I said quality 3 matches, but you start off with backyard wrestling and you kill the crowd, and that kind of sucks when you do that. And only 3 matches for what you're, charging a lot of people. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. So that was my little recap of Eventco I gave for the whole Saturday night's main event. Again,
a review.
We got
given a
pretty good
review in the automated survey. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, they asked for it. They got it.
I can't forget, Kit Wilson had a match before SmackDown against Apollo Crews for main event, Friday night's main event, I guess. And, man, Kit Wilson was over. Kit Wilson chants, everybody going crazy for Kit Wilson, which made me very happy. I feel vindicated. Kit Wilson is over now, John. I told you these guys would get over. Hopefully Elton Prince can come back one day and Pretty Deadly can be on top of pro wrestling where they belong. But Kit Wilson was loved, and I think it's starting to happen. And if you don't believe it, John, you're toxic. Toxic. Where's my yes boy? My yes boy button doesn't work. I just pressed my yes boy and it didn't work. What's going on?
Hold on a minute, player.
Where's my yes boy?
At least Teddy works.
I just pressed yes boy and it didn't work. Let's see this. Does this work?
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, well.
At least he didn't disappear like AJ last night, so that's
Where's
good.
yes boy? It's gone. I want yes boy, you know? It's my favorite. Anyways, Kit Wilson was over, John, which made my heart warm.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get a dark match for Saturday night's main event. They said 7:30, so I expected a match beforehand, especially when you only have 4 advertised matches. I thought at least the live crowd gets 5.
There we go.
Yeah, well, it was no boy in terms of the extra match, though. Saturday night's main event. You just had to wait there, and then the announcers came out. Surprisingly, Matt Cole got cheered. I'm very surprised about that, but Montreal cheered him. And honestly, I think if that match would have actually happened with Cody and Jacob Fatu, I think Cody was set to get booed in Montreal. Like, when he first came out, I heard quite a mixed reaction at first.
Yeah, but then they loved him because he was going nuts.
Well, backyard wrestling, that's how you get over.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was just a fun show overall. But you are right. Like, it's like, you know, the tickets are pretty expensive. It was like a 2-hour show. And I thought maybe post-match something, you know, show goes off the air. It's just Sami Zayn doing a promo saying, you know, thanks. Which, if you've gone to these shows for WWE over the past few years, you've seen him do this promo many times. Like, even the crowd was kind of like not super into it because we've seen Sami do this. After the show goes off the air, Sami does a promo. You know, like, I don't know how possible it was, but a Kevin Owens appearance would have blown the roof off the place. And I think would have sent everybody home happy. Like, not a run-in, nothing physical, but just like, show goes off the air, Sammy's in the ring, Kevin's music hits, and he just cuts a promo, maybe giving us an update, like how he's doing. I don't know, but that would have been something. I think, you know, if you're going to announce Roman Reigns is going to be in the Rumble, why not have Roman Reigns make some sort of appearance, run in during Saturday night's main event or SmackDown the week before? Like, a Roman Reigns appearance would, like, something. Chris Jericho returning early, you know, something. But what they gave us was just kind of a very basic weekend where they didn't give us a big moment where you go, ooh, that was cool. Like, what's the biggest news that came out of the weekend? Sami Zayn gets a title shot at the Rumble. New tag team champions on SmackDown. The MFTs beat the Wyatts. Like, what really happened last week? What did we learn here? You know? Nothing.
Didn't Cody declare for the Rumble last week too?
Did he? On SmackDown? No.
Then I guess it was the week before then. Okay.
Week before. Because he
really didn't get much.
He didn't even make an entrance on SmackDown. He was backstage, but you had to pay more to go to the Saturday show to see Cody. Just like AJ Styles. He was in the building on Friday. They showed him doing a backstage, but if you wanted to see AJ, you got to go Saturday.
Yeah, that's a bit of a rip. Because I know
Yeah.
you were kind of excited for that on Friday, and you didn't get that. Yeah.
No, I mean, whatever. I got to see him wrestle Nakamura, which was really cool. Probably the last time they'll ever wrestle. So that was cool.
Yeah, like the match was good, but and I heard from other people too who are at the show, they just felt the finish was kind of just, it was what it was in terms of the finish. It wasn't exactly creative in terms of what they could have done, what they were building up to. It just felt like, oh, that's the end.
Yeah. Not very memorable. But I think it speaks to where they both are in their careers. Also, Nakamura and AJ, even when they had that Mania match, like it never really worked.
Well, this was better than their Mania match. That's why I'll say I like this match because it was better
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah. I mean, it was all right, but I
Better
don't know.
than the Raw match with Punk this week, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, Punk and AJ wrestled this week in the main event of Raw. I like their promo better than the match.
If Punk got gassed.
Finn attacking Punk after, which is a whole thing.
Yeah, it was a lame finish.
Finn's mad because he lost to Punk. And then he showed respect to Punk after Punk showed respect to him. And then Liv Morgan's asking him why he's being so respectful. And Finn's like, oh, yeah. And then he's like, can I be in the Rumble? And Adam Pearce is like, there's no room for you in the Rumble, Finn Balor. And he's like, oh, sad. So then he decides to attack CM Punk. So I guess we're leaning towards another Finn Punk match for some reason. And it's not at the Rumble either. Like, Punk's not wrestling at the Rumble. He's not doing anything, which is weird. He's there.
So besides the Drew Sammy match, what is the other match at the Rumble exactly? I expect there's 4. No.
Yeah. AJ and Gunther.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But yes,
yeah.
that
The
is
potential
happening.
retirement match for AJ Styles. Right?
So no. Wow. I'm surprised. But yeah, that's I guess makes sense. Like Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel Rodriguez is going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
And Jade. I thought Jade might defend the title, but Jade's not even going to defend the title against Jordan Grace because Jordan Grace is in the Rumble. So
Yeah. That's a SmackDown
they
match,
didn't
if
build,
anything.
they didn't build up any women's singles or any title thing. Like maybe they could do, if they wanted, they could do like Rio against, I believe it's Julia and Kiana James because they're the number 1 contenders, right? They could do that, but they won't, I think, too.
I think all those people are going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, because they kind of played that off, right? They had that segment.
They need the numbers. They can't have any other women's matches because they need their whole roster in that Rumble. How many women are on the WWE roster, the main roster? Is it 30? I don't think
I would
it's
say 30 to 40. Really?
Man, we could probably name them all and count them, and I bet you it's not 30.
Well, it's close, though. I think we did this once before, and it's close.
It's close, but it's not, it's not an abundant roster. I mean, there's a lot of talent, but like men's Rumble, they have 22 out of the 30 announced. Women's Rumble, they have 17 out of the 30 announced. Okay? And the 17 is basically the whole roster. Okay?
Right.
It's Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. That's the whole Raw roster, basically. Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka. That's basically everybody on Raw. Why Asuka and not Kyrie? Kyrie not officially in the Rumble, but you kind of figure...
They should be in the Rumble.
Why not?
She's
Asuka's
there.
in it.
We saw her.
Kyrie not technically in it, but I don't know. Maxine Dupree, Becky Lynch, both in it. Then from SmackDown, we got Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legends, and Giulia. Lash Legends, by the way. Very impressive in person. She is, like, imposing. Just as big as Nia Jax somehow.
Yeah, but looks like we're talking about that match on Smack. That was it. That three-way tag you're talking about?
Yeah,
that was rough to watch.
Yeah.
That was really rough.
Yeah, but she's cool.
And
I like her.
I won't blame it all on Last Legend.
No,
there was a lot of rough stuff by her.
Well,
Charlotte also looked very bad in that match too.
Who?
Charlotte Flair, one of your favorites. She also looked very bad in that match too.
Take it easy.
That was one of the worst spears I've seen. That was so bad. Like,
weak.
What was going on there?
She like hesitated. I don't know. It was weird.
I felt there's sometimes Charlotte, she can be one of the best wrestlers in the world, and there's sometimes where she I don't know if she cares or phones it in, but that was one of those matches.
So I named you a bunch of women there. Is there anybody from the roster other than Kairi Sane that you can think of that isn't in it? I mean, Julia's in it, but her partner there, what's her name? Kiana James. Not technically in it. So maybe you could add those two, Kairi and Kiana, to make it 19. I saw Nikki Bella was in Saudi Arabia, so she'll probably be in it, make it 20. But then there's 10 more where you go, well, who is left? B-Fab, I guess? Mi Chin? Chelsea Green's friend there, what's her name? Alba Fire? I mean, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. And John, still, we're not at 30 people on this roster. You add the champions, and you're still not there. So, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be in this match. But like I said, you can't really take any of them away, especially for a tag team title match.
Super chat.
Because if you take them away, that's like 4 people out of the match, and you really need the numbers. The men's Rumble, you got tons of people that will not make it. But the women's Rumble, like, it's all hands on deck. Everybody on this roster has to be in this match. Who isn't? Who isn't?
Well, you didn't mention Becky, and I feel Becky is definitely in the Rumble.
She's in it.
Okay, good.
Her and Maxine are
well, she had a promo.
Yeah, Becky's in it.
Did they say Natty's in it?
They didn't say Natty's in it. Natty's not officially in it.
I would think she would be in it.
But she's kind of got this new character that hasn't really debuted. Do you really want to debut it in the Rumble where she's not going to win?
I mean, as long as she looks strong, I think it's fine.
Maybe.
I wouldn't expect Natty to be a champion off this anyways, so.
So, Women's Rumble, since we're talking about it, do you think any of the announced participants are going to win? Because I don't. Can I tell you my winner, John? My winner of the Women's Royal Rumble 2026? It will be the returning Tiffany Stratton, because it is always Tiffy time.
Interesting. Oh, I have one where it's one on the currently who was actually announced, and I have one like a surprise that could win it.
Okay.
So as a surprise, that's good, Tiffany. I like that.
Her and Jade, I think, at Mania.
Yeah, that's not bad. I feel if they have Bianca coming back, that's a better one.
Bianca,
I don't
Jade?
think Bianca is going to...
I hope Bianca comes back. She's been gone since Mania.
Yeah, it's not my number one pick, but it's like if that's a surprise, I think Bianca would be the one to win it. But my number one pick, I'd actually go with Liv Morgan, actually.
Liv Morgan. My God.
Because again, remember, we're always going back to, Rhea Ripley should be going for the title, and you need someone for her to face, right? So I think Liv Morgan, put the title on her, have her beat Becker at WrestleMania, and then build towards that Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan match.
No, why? Again?
because like Rhea Ripley's the person right now. So
I don't know. I don't love that.
well,
Rhea
I think that's
Ripley.
gonna whether you like the Rumble or not, that's gonna happen though. I think.
You think Liv Morgan's winning the Rumble?
No, well, I think she is winning the Rumble, but I also think like this was gonna happen. Didn't you say this was gonna happen? That they were gonna put the title on Liv because like to get it on the Rhea Ripley somehow.
But now they've gone in a different direction, I think.
Well,
I
they've
think
delayed.
they're trying to build other people.
Right,
Rhea's
but I think
already
in the
there.
end
She
we're
doesn't need
getting
the
to
belt.
that. You know, she's never had that one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
What do you mean?
She never had that title match at WrestleMania. Liv. She was
Oh,
always
Liv.
trying to fight. She always came close. Never quite made it in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I think he actually gave it to her this time.
I think you have Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan at WrestleMania without it being Rumble. I think you could still do it. I just feel like Tiffany's going to come back and go up against Jade.
Yeah, that's not bad. Well, is Tiffany there? Have we seen that? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, that she comes back. I just don't see her winning, though. I don't know.
Interesting. We have different picks for the Women's Rumble. I just saw a question asking if Naomi was a possibility. I would say no. Last I heard, she was pregnant. So, probably not. Anybody else that could be a surprise? We talked about Bianca. We talked about Tiffany Time. You said who else?
Well, we haven't said this yet, but I think Trish Stratus is always around, right, in some capacity. So
okay, Trish, maybe Lita. AJ Lee?
I don't know so much about Lita. Yeah, maybe AJ. Sure, that'd be something. I don't know, but that's actually pretty good. Actually, I don't see her winning.
No,
but to be in it, sure.
I would figure she would be. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have any other ideas for surprises. Michelle McCool, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
Well, that's it. We're really like trying to draw deep here. Like, if anything, I mean, really just think NXT. You know, Jada Parker. Maybe they'll bring in Blake Monroe, something like that.
Yeah. No Sasha Banks, you know? Nothing crazy.
No one contracted at a company, not so much. Maybe a TNA person, but that's about it.
But who's in TNA?
Well, there's a bunch of people, you know.
Deonna Purrazzo?
No, that's AEW.
Is she still in
AEW? There's what? Yeah, she's still in AEW. But there was what's her name? Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
She's in TNA now.
Yeah.
And what's her name? DeVille as well. She's in TNA. So.
What about Cora Jade? Wasn't she in TNA?
Yeah, she just debuted too. So yeah, it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's that, I guess. But yeah. So you're picking who again to win the Rumble?
For the women's, I'm picking Liv.
Liv. And I'm going with Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And then we'll see who the other 13 participants are because they have only announced 17. As far as the men's Rumble, they've announced 22 out of the 30, including Cody Rhodes, Gunther, also in the Rumble. Wrestling AJ and in the Rumble. Interesting. Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Oba Femi, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, The Miz, Ilya Dragunov, and Matt Cardona. Well, those guys aren't winning.
And they couldn't give a spot to Finn Balor. Wow.
Yeah, right. Trick Williams, Ilya Dragunov, Matt Cardona, The Miz, and Damian Priest. They all get, Oba Femi, Javon Evans. They all get a spot, but not Finn Balor. Oh well. So that's 22 out of the 30. I think a lot of people are expecting Chris Jericho to be in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Is Seth Rollins possibly going to be in it? I'm going to say no. I think Seth is still hurt.
Well, also, he's not going to probably win, right? So.
Yeah. So why?
Exactly.
But I don't think he's physically ready yet, right?
I don't think so. But we'll wait for Chamber. You never know. Maybe he'll come back. Like that, nothing's set in stone that it won't be him and Punk at WrestleMania. So
I guess. I don't think he's winning the Rumble though, because he's won it twice.
I think once at least.
Oh, just one? What?
I don't think twice.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to think of another time Seth won it besides once.
If he's only won it once, you better be careful, John, because they like to give it to guys twice. Roman's won it once. Seth won it in 2019. Oh, and that's it. He's only won once. You're right. By God, John. What if Seth Rollins comes back and wins? That could happen.
Yeah, I just don't think he's ready to go yet. So.
Yeah. Me neither. However, we could be surprised.
Well,
I think be keeping it real hush-hush. Hush-hushy.
It's happened before, right? But I felt like they were better, or at least they tried to keep it better hush-hush and didn't work out so well. But
yeah,
we'll wait and see what happens. But in terms of surprises, I'm thinking Jericho, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
Danhausen? We need to bring back a lead. I've actually heard that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Read that actually on X. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently there was interest there in Danhausen, so maybe they bring him in. Sheamus?
I guess sure. We're going to say Xavier Woods too. Like.
Yeah. Is Kofi in it? I don't think Kofi was technically in it, right? I didn't see.
I know
Kofi,
Xavier
Kofi's
Woods.
not technically. I mean, you figure Kofi and Woods would be in it, no?
I don't know. I know Xavier Woods is there.
Come on.
But doesn't mean they're in the Rumble.
Well, they're not technically in the Rumble yet.
So.
Interesting.
But in the end, I'm thinking Roman to win it. I mean, we were surprised last year, right? Because Jey Uso won it. Wasn't expecting that whatsoever. That was one of the biggest upsets, I think, in Rumble history. But I think now it goes back to favorites. And I think Roman Reigns is a strong candidate. Makes sense to give it to Roman.
Yep. I got Roman winning the Rumble. Tribal Chief taking it back. Although, did you see what he said about WWE Creative this week? Maybe he's pissed.
It felt like that was very much part of his character to say that.
You think?
Yeah.
He says Creative has failed. I leave an opening and give them plenty of space to create. We're 2 years here now. We haven't advanced. We haven't evolved. We have great leadership. Nick Khan, God bless him, but we have to keep up creatively. What's the character there? What's the angle? Something about Cody Rhodes not doing the job as a top guy?
It's just pretty much saying that when he was on top, things were great. Now that he's not on top, it's not so great anymore. And he's not wrong about that too whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, maybe it's time for him to get back on top. Harold Schneider dropping the super chat. Thank you, Harold. He says, first chance to support you this year. Hopefully not the last. Happy 20th anniversary. Thank you, Harold. Very nice. Much appreciated with the super chat. 20 years of Ringside Report Network, Ringside Report MMA, Wrestling Uncensored, covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. Will we do 20 more? Will I live 20 more years? I mean, who knows? This business might kill me. But thank you, Harold. And yeah, we're still going somehow, John. We're getting old. 20 years, like we were so young when this all started. Think about that. How old are we now? What happened? Goodness.
I mean, the years just kind of roll by, so it's not so bad, really, when you think about it. I would hope for the sake of your kids that in 20 years, like, you're still going, because that would be sad for them.
I'll be alive.
Okay, good.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, the world is fragile.
Yeah, they'll put you through hell eventually.
Oh, it's not them. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about, a piano falling on my head or something. You never know, man. The world is a crazy place, but I'll be all right. So we got no disagreements for the men's Rumble. We've got Roman Reigns winning and then doing what? Going up to face Punk at Mania?
I threw that out you this week, and you weren't really a fan of that whatsoever, but...
I'm not, but I can see it happening. Like, the way the landscape is in WWE right now, I don't know what main event at WrestleMania they could possibly do that would get me really excited. Unfortunately. Like, just the players involved, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, they're all pretty good, but they've kind of done all the matches already. They don't really have any big stories building. I don't know what they could really do. I don't think the main event or whoever wins the Rumble is going to be the thing that draws me to Mania. I think there'll be other matches on that card that I'll be more excited about.
Well, I think that what would draw you in, you'd have to give you like a dream match, like Austin would have to come back and face Punk. I think that would draw you in, I think.
That'd be nuts. Yeah. Then I'd go, oh my God, I can't wait to see what this is. For sure. But like Drew versus Cody and Jacob Fatu in a 3-way or something, like, I don't know. Whatever. They could do that on SmackDown. They could do it at WrestleMania. It wouldn't make a difference to me. And match quality, like, it would be whatever. Fine. Whatever they're going to do is going to be fine, but not more than that. Maybe The Rock comes back in the Rumble and wins and takes on Drew for the belt or Punk or something. Who knows? That would be cool. But, it's just unlikely. So, Roman, Punk. I guess you could do something there. I'm really not sure what they're going to do, and that's fun. I like that. I like the fact that I believe Roman will win the Rumble, but I'm not really sure what that means. I don't know who he faces. Does he go up against Drew? Is it even Drew at Mania? Where's Cody? What does Punk do? Like, it's not clear, right? Like, if Roman does face Punk, what's happening with the WWE title? Drew and Cody? And Jacob Fatu? Triple threat? Like, what is it?
If Roman actually goes for Punk, like, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen for the WWE title.
Yeah.
But I don't really see that happening, actually. Like, I think just because Punk has so many other things to do in terms of, like, the Vision, potentially Seth coming back, maybe even Gunther the way it's going. So I feel there's too many more options for Punk. I feel Roman going for the WWE title against whoever, whether it's Drew, whether it's Cody. I think that's the match for Mania.
Yeah. Roman Cody for the belt makes a lot of sense. There's been a lot of talk that they don't want to go there. But Angelo saying it'll be somebody you least expect that'll win the Rumble. I mean, that could happen. We didn't think Jey Uso would win last year. It could happen. I don't know. It's just not what we're predicting, right? I can't predict what I least expect. I have to predict what I expect to happen. And then if I'm wrong, well, then great. That's fine by me. I don't mind. I really don't. Right?
Sometimes it's better when you're wrong, because it's like, oh, wow, I'm surprised by that. As long as it's done well. I mean, the Jey Uso thing, that might be questionable and how well that was done, but, I mean, it was shocking.
Well, I think it's pretty apparent that was a bad move. Because a year later, he's back in the tag team division as tag team champion. A year after winning the Rumble, he's back where he started. Not advanced, not a main event player, just one half of the Raw tag team champions. So, yeah, I think it was bad. It was a bad move. And I think that they should learn from that and give the Rumble to somebody that can add it to an already building Hall of Fame resume, like a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins if he's physically ready. I think you give it to a guy that's won one Rumble that is looking to win a second. So that's Seth, that's Roman. That's about it. Cody's won a couple. Brock's won a couple. Nobody should win 3 ever other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. He should be the only guy to ever do it. Unless you want to bring him back and have him win a 4th. Then you can give other people 3. Other than that, 2 should be the max for everybody, but Stone Cold. And I think Roman should win a 2nd because so many guys have 2. We've gone over the list like Randy, Triple H, Cody, Brock. A bunch of guys have won 2. Hogan. Rock. But, Roman has only won 1. Feels like he should be in the 2 club. Seth, too. He should be in that club. But I think he's hurt. But if he's not, like if he is physically able, I would say he'd be a better pick because the shock of him coming back is worth him winning the Rumble. He comes back at number 30. Everybody can't believe it. Place goes nuts. He wins the Rumble. Yeah. I think that would be the move. If you have Seth, I'd say give Seth his 2nd.
Well, here's something to kind of throw out there. I believe the Rock's only won once. So
Really?
I mean, hey,
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. He should win 2 as well.
I mean, I feel like that's something they always had in the back burner. And I felt like they always kind of teased that it might happen one time. So maybe they're saving that. It might not happen this year. It might happen the following year. But
yeah, you're right.
I could see The Rock win another one.
So Hogan won twice. Back-to-back 90-91. Shawn Michaels won it back-to-back 95-96. Stone Cold won it back-to-back 97-98. The Rock won it in 2000. That was the only time he won it. Stone Cold won it again in 2001. The 3rd time. Only guy to ever do that. Triple H won it in 2002 and then again in 2016. Brock Lesnar won it in 2003 and then again in 2022. A 19-year gap.
It's the largest gap, I think.
Yeah, Triple H's gap was pretty big, too. But Brock's was crazy. So Brock won it twice. Triple H won it twice. Taker only won it once. Cena won it twice in 2008, 2013. Randy won it in 2009 and 2017. Edge won it twice in 2021 and in 2010. So, like, a lot of guys have won it twice. Cody, of course, 2023, 2024. A lot of guys have won it twice. So, Roman or Seth, they each have one. I'd say give it to him. Or Rock. You know, if Rock's available, then give it to him. Because that's even more fun. And that would really get the people going. Or if Stone Cold's available, give it to him and give him a fourth one because that's even more fun than even Rock. That's more unexpected, I'd say. And if
it goes to show
is physically able, bring him back and have him win. Give him his second. Send Hacksaw to WrestleMania. Ho! I mean, that would be nuts.
I don't think at this point he'd want that, to be honest. I don't think he wants to do the 16-hour flight at this point. So
think about the payday, brother. He might do it.
Oh, of course, but that flight, though, I don't know. At this point, I don't think he'd want to do that.
I don't think Jey Uso's going to win back-to-back years. I don't think it's his year.
He's saying that.
Don't think he wins. That'd be nuts if he won. Be like, what? Why? What are we doing?
I mean, it's probably going to work out where Brock is one of the last guys, right? And he'll eliminate a lot of people. He'll probably eliminate Jey, more than likely.
I could see that. I'd like to see some sort of Brock Gunther confrontation to possibly set up a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. I mean, again, not everything's set in stone in terms of that, right? Because it could be Gunther Punk at Mania, very possibly.
That'd be pretty big. So we both have Roman Reigns winning. We both have Drew McIntyre beating Sami Zayn.
Yep. And we haven't talked about it really, but I think Gunther retires AJ from WWE.
I think so too. I think if AJ won, that would be the biggest shocker of the night. I don't think there's anything they could do more surprising than having AJ win and not retire. Because everybody kind of expects him to retire. It feels like a retirement tour, what he's doing here. Appearing on all the shows in the last few weeks, doing all these big matches with all these big stars. Punk and Nakamura and all this stuff, you know? Feels like an AJ retirement run. He did say his last WWE match, which makes me think he's not really retiring from pro wrestling, but he's retiring from WWE. Gonna do some other matches. Maybe an AEW run.
Well, I have to say, though, I mean, I know Punk was gassed on Raw, but AJ looked really good and looked like he could keep going. So
yeah,
it is good to know that he can keep going and will keep going. That's nice. And we're going to get matches out of him. Just won't be in WWE. But I feel like at WWE, we really got all the matches you really need out of him. It's better that he goes elsewhere, actually.
Yeah. There are a lot of matches in AEW that I would like to see AJ have. Kenny Omega, MJF, Hangman Page, Swerve Strickland, Darby Allin, Samoa Joe. You know, there's a lot of fun things AJ could do in AEW. And
you're missing one.
Huh?
You're missing the main one.
William Ospreay?
There you go.
Well, he's inactive right now.
Yeah, but
Kyle Fletcher. Like, there's a lot of good matches AJ could have in AEW. And I feel like he can still go. So, hopefully, that's the next step for him.
Well, I think it's TNA is the next step.
What? He already
teased...
did, like, a retirement run in TNA. And TNA is affiliated with WWE. Going to TNA after retiring from the WWE is like retiring from the major leagues to go play AAA ball. It's like, well, if you're good enough, we'll just call you up anyways. We're talking about people from TNA being in the Royal Rumble. Like, Joe Hendry's probably going to make his way in the Rumble. Like, although, is he on WWE now officially? I don't know what his deal is.
I think he's NXT, yeah.
Well, whatever. But TNA, like, it's basically NXT. To leave WWE and go to TNA is nuts, I think, at this point. And if you go to AEW, they have that agreement with New Japan. Like, you could go work matches at the Tokyo Dome. I'm sure AJ would love to do another Wrestle Kingdom, you know? One more. AEW, for me, would be the move. If I'm a wrestler and my contract is up with WWE, I don't turn around and sign a deal with TNA. I go, let's try this AEW thing. Look at Tommaso Ciampa. That's what he did.
Yeah, he did, and I expect he's probably going to beat Mark Briscoe tomorrow, I think, on
Really?
Collision.
Already? Wow.
Well,
Debut
that's
match for a belt.
First match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him do it.
Interesting.
You know, gets him going.
Could be.
Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see AJ Styles go to AEW. I think he's going to lose to Gunther, though. I think that's it for him. And honestly, if he does retire, like, maybe good. Like, AJ Styles is still a good wrestler. But he's not in his prime anymore. Right? Like, you could tell that AJ Styles and CM Punk and a lot of guys on the roster are not in their physical prime anymore because you can see the quality of match and just the way they move. It's not the way they used to move. AJ is not as physically able as he used to be. And he's 48 years old, like he shouldn't be.
Well, I think that's it, though. For 48, he's really good for what he is right now. Like,
yeah, but why are all these guys wrestling into and past their 50s? Like, why is Chris Jericho 55 years old and signing a new contract with the WWE? What's going on? Everybody's so old in WWE. Punk is the champion. He's 46. AJ's 48, retiring. Cena was like 48 or something, 46. He retired. A bunch of these guys are pushing 50. In 5 years, they're done. In 5 years, most of the main event talent is done. Like, I'm looking at the main roster, right? The Royal Rumble. Cody is 40. Gunther is 38. So Gunther is under 40. Most of the main roster is 40 plus. Jey Uso, 40. Rey Mysterio, 51 years old. Like, Rey doesn't move the way he used to, and he hasn't for quite some time. Why? Why?
well, Ray's there to help his son, pretty much,
Sure, but
and help put
Roman's
over the new
40, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, there are some young guys. You know, you got Solo, who's 32. Jacob Fatu's 33. Dragon Lee is only 30 years old. He's in the Royal Rumble. Penta is 40. Logan Paul's very young. He's 30 years old. Braun Breaker, another young guy, 28. Bronson Reed is 37. Like, he's not super young, but compared to a lot of these other guys, he is. Randy Orton in this match, 45 years old. Brock Lesnar, 48 years old. The Miz, 45 years old. Like, how long is The Miz really going to be hanging around for? The Miz is 45. Randy's 45. Brock's 48. All the top guys in WWE are like 45 plus. They're nearly 50. Some of them are in their 50s. I remember when, like, Hogan was champion in WCW with the NWO in the late 90s. And people were like, oh, he's so old, he should move on. He was like 40.
42 or something like that. But yeah,
Whatever.
you're right.
He'd be young now.
Well, a little bit of a difference was the fact that Hogan was on top for so long. So that's why, I think. And a lot of
I
these
guess.
guys, they're only
Well, what
finally
about
now.
Brock?
Yeah, but Brock comes and goes, so
Yeah.
it kind of feels fresh again.
Just saying, they have a lot of old talent in WWE. Like their money-making stars, their big draws are all over 40, and some of them are nearly 50 or 50.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Like, you talk about the guys like, oh, that can make an event WrestleMania. All the guys you mentioned are pretty much guys that don't really wrestle anymore. So, like, what are you expecting here? Like, the people that they have right now aren't stars really that much.
Well, hold on. Punk is the champion. Right?
47. Right?
47. Drew is the other champion. He's 40. His main challenger, Cody Rhodes, 40. Sami Zayn, 41. Like, Drew and Sami are two 40-year-old guys wrestling for the belt at the Rumble. All the main event talent, all the top guys, 40 plus.
Yeah, so some are still good though. So like,
of course they're still good, but like a lot of them, they're just not in their physical prime. And you could see a guy like Braun Breaker, who is in his physical prime, having to hold back to protect these guys.
At some points you see that too. Yeah, it's true. So there's no question about that. But I also feel like, and we've seen it in the matches too, like Braun isn't quite ready yet. Like, he's on the cusp, but he's not there yet.
No. But it seems to take forever for these guys to get ready. Like, they're only ready when they're in their late 30s now. It seems like the wrestling peak is when you're like 37, 38 years old. And then you really hit your like prime money-making years at like 40. You know, from 37 to 49. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's different than it used to be. It's older in WWE. Older than it is in AEW, too. I know I talk about it a lot, but like it really is. You look at the AEW top guys, like MJF and Swerve and Hangman, like they're all under 40. And they're the top main event talent there, you know? Kenny Omega's over 40. Samoa Joe's over 40. You know, there's some guys, but most of those guys are in their 30s. Most of their top guys. Do you know Nick Jackson is only 36 years old?
Yeah, Nick, but Matt, I think, is 40 now. No,
yeah,
or?
Matt's 40. Matt's the older brother. But, man, the Young Bucks have been wrestling forever. I found out recently that Nick Jackson was 36. I was like, what? You know Hangman's like 34? Hangman looks way older than he is. He's a young man.
It's the beard, I think. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the muscles. When you're super jacked, you look older.
Well, and you've seen him for quite a while, too, right? So you've seen him when he was, like, super young.
That's true. It feels like I've been watching Hangman wrestle for over a decade, which I have at this point, right?
Right.
So he's grown up in front of our eyes, Johnny. The Hanger. All right, so the Rumble. I think we've done the preview. We've got Drew over Sami. We've got Gunther retiring AJ, and then AJ hopefully going to AEW or whatever. I've got Tiffany Stratton winning the Women's Rumble. Johnny North has Liv Morgan. And we both have Roman Reigns winning the Men's Rumble match. Indeed. That's the Rumble. Rumble tomorrow. We'll watch the Men's Rumble match with you and recap all the action tomorrow. So stay tuned to the Ringside Report Network. I saw SmackDown this afternoon from Saudi Arabia. It was not very good. They had The Miz wrestle Ilya Dragunov. Like, what are we doing? Why does that happen?
Well, because there was a whole thing that Dragunov got screwed
I know the
over by
story,
the
but
Miz.
they should never do that. It's a stupid match. It was bad. The Miz, what are we doing? It's enough. Main event wasn't much better. They had all these stars, and the match was just kind of a big nothing. It was Cody and Sami and Jey Uso and Randy Orton against Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, and Bronson Reed. The Vision in an 8-man tag that ended in a disqualification. Not great.
All the main events and in DQs now.
Yeah. It was just a lot of nothing. Long. And that SmackDown felt just like a long nothing. Just waiting for the Rumble.
Well, we did get Damian Priest. He did select his number. Apparently he's going to be early, judging by his reactions.
They ran a graphic accidentally that said Braun Breaker number 1 in the Rumble. So Braun Breaker might be number 1 in the Rumble.
Well, I think because they aired that accidentally, that
they have to change it now.
Probably change it, yeah.
Could be number 3.
Or number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
Stupid. I don't know. Was there anything on SmackDown worth mentioning, John? I don't know. It was 3 hours of nothing.
I just found there was a bunch of errors, though, in terms of, when they came back from commercials, it felt like there was a longer delay in between that. I don't know if they had problems airing the show.
Mm-hmm.
But they also had problems with different graphics airing, too. Like, Cody had talent name instead of Cody Rhodes when he came out.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of little errors. And I believe this isn't the first time this has happened, too. I feel WWE... Didn't we have, forever commercial break one time because they were in Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel or something like that?
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens tomorrow for the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, errors can happen when they're over there. There seems to be problems sometimes. So,
So we'll see. A Royal Rumble tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. How about things in AEW world, Johnny? Kenny Omega beat Rocky Romero in a quick match, which I really enjoyed. Sometimes AEW does these matches where it's one guy who's very strong, highly booked main eventer against this other guy who's not. And they have a 20-minute match, and it's competitive. And I go, why? This was not competitive. Kenny just beat him. Good. And then we got to the promo. This is a great start to Dynamite this week. We got to the promo. Kenny starts talking about going for MJF's title shot. There's a convoluted way to getting there, which I'm still not quite certain about, because Hangman's involved, but then Swerve's involved, and he had a match with Andrade, and then Andrade won the match, but
yes,
it was just weird, because Kenny did his promo, and then Hangman came out, and they did a promo together, and I thought it was good. And then Swerve came out, and he started talking. And then Don Callis came out, and he started talking, I guess, for Andrade. But Andrade never came out until later when he wrestled Swerve, and he beat Swerve after hitting a low blow, and then his finisher. The ref didn't see the low blow. So Andrade wins with cheating to advance to a match with Kenny, I think, next week, right?
Yep.
And then the winner of that match faces Hangman?
At Revolution, yeah.
At Revolution?
No. I think face MJF at Revolution. That's what Kenny said. Because at the end of Dynamite, remember MJF had the promo? And Kenny interrupted him? And he said when he beats Andrade, then he's going to go on to Revolution? That's what he said.
So what's Hangman do?
Yeah, I don't know. Hangman came out at the end there and stopped MJF from getting in his car, right? And just looked at him, and that was it. I didn't understand that.
But why? Because Kenny and Hangman were talking to each other we're friends, but if we have to wrestle for the belt, then so be it. Or if we have to wrestle each other to get to the belt, then, whatever. I feel like Hangman may face the winner of Kenny and Andrade at AEW Grand Slam because they're going to Australia in a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that there's going to be a match there that'll determine the number one contender for MJF at Revolution. I think. But it's very confusing, isn't it? It shouldn't be this confusing. And that's always my complaint about AEW. One of my complaints. Other than the shows being too long. But they have these weird stories and tournaments and matches and rankings. And you go, no one understands what you're doing here. No one's following any of this. And they don't really do a good job of explaining it.
Well, I think the way this kind of works, and again, yes, it's very weird and awkward, but I think if Kenny beats Andrade, then he'll automatically go to face MJF. But if he doesn't win, then Andrade doesn't get the shot right away. I think then Hangman might get an opportunity to face Andrade, I think. And then that will happen. Again, it's very confusing how it all works. But again, Kenny said if he wins next week, he's facing MJF at Revolution. That's what he said.
I think it's one step closer. I think if he wins next week, then he still has to face Hangman. I think. Because Hangman seems involved. I have no idea. We can't figure this out, John. That's not a good sign. Like, your show should be easier to understand. What's going on?
Well, again, I guess you really have to look at the wordage, right? Exactly how Kenny said it, because maybe that's the way he said it, like one step closer to but when you say Revolution like that, it feels like, okay, that's what it's going to be, but...
Oh, man, because when Tony Schiavone was introducing the whole thing, he was like, Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland and Andrade and Hangman Page and all in the mix for the belt, and, you know, like, he said
right.
Hangman. I think I'm right.
Oh, you very much could be, but I think because
that
Kenny's
makes the
probably
most
not
sense. Because he said something about AEW Grand Slam, like guys are going to wrestle at Grand Slam, and Grand Slam isn't next week. Grand Slam is in 2 weeks. Next week they're in Vegas, and I think it's going to be Kenny Andrade in Vegas, and then the following week they go to Australia. On like a Saturday, they're doing a Grand Slam. So I think that show will have Kenny versus Hangman for a shot at MJF. I think.
Or Andrade against Hangman.
Yeah,
possibly.
But that would be not as cool.
Well, I was very impressed. I thought Andrade Swerve was the match of the week.
It was
that
good,
was a fantastic match.
But it feels like Kenny and MJF is the match that we're building towards. For
the pay-per-view, yeah. It makes the most sense.
That's what I'm saying. So Kenny has to beat Andrade to get to the pay-per-view.
Maybe. Again, like, this is not exactly all set in stone that it's going to be like, oh, just because you win this match, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
What if you don't win that match? He could still get it. Just a different route kind of thing, possibly.
It shouldn't be this hard. It really shouldn't.
Well,
it's
also,
ridiculous.
It might be MJF against Brody King, right? At Grand Slam, potentially. Because next week they have the Eliminator match.
MJF cut a hell of a promo on Brody King on Dynamite.
Yeah, the usual, like, tear the guy down. Yeah. It was
Destroyed
good.
him. Demolished him. Called him a follower. Said he's never seen a liberal, like a guy who's such a liberal, look like such a Nazi. I thought that was hilarious. Even Brody King laughed at that line. Like, it was funny. It's a good line. Because he really does. But then he's very, like, politically left-leaning, outspoken. But then the way he looks, he kind of looks like a white supremacist, possibly. So I like the way MJF put that. That was nice. That was a funny line. He had some good lines there. MJF's great. He's our champion. He's our scumbag. Mensch of the cinch. AEW World Champion. The champion we deserve. The best. I got no complaints about MJF. He's the man.
I'm wondering, though, I feel like Brody King might win that Eliminator match, though. They got me thinking that's going to happen, and they'll have the match at Grand Slam, I think.
Mm-hmm. Why not? Right?
Yeah, I guess why not, but I was surprised MJF would lose this quickly, but it's an Eliminator match. I guess it doesn't matter.
That's it. What's with these Eliminator match? John Moxley had one with somebody
Ace Austin.
this week. Ace Austin. If Ace Austin would have won, he would have got a title shot against John Moxley, but he lost. So, no title shot. Eliminator match. Mark Briscoe beat El Clon. Who's Clon? Who is this guy? El Clon? El Clone?
Basically, he's the evil of hologram, pretty much.
Cool. Is it the same guy?
No, it's the same guy. That guy got injured, actually, so it's a different guy.
Okay. El Clon. El Clon lost to Mark Briscoe. And then Tommaso Ciampa showed up. And he had a cool entrance. And he's going to wrestle Mark Briscoe for the TNT title tomorrow night on Collision. Tommaso Ciampa. Fresh off a run in WWE. Right in the mix with AEW. No time at all. Feel like he was on SmackDown like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, maybe 3 weeks ago. And then, bam. Right into AEW. It's quite the jump. It's surprising WWE usually that's why they have that whole 90-day no compete clause, so it doesn't feel like it happened so fast. But I guess because his contract just expired, and that happened so fast.
I think it's cool. Makes an impact. People get to talking. It was a surprise. Gets a little buzz for you in AEW. Gets a little buzz for AEW. I think the quicker you can make the turnaround from WWE TV to another company, the better off you're going to be. People see you in WWE. You got high visibility. You show up in AEW. People go, what? What's he doing here? And that's the reaction you want. I thought it was well done. You know, I don't know what Ciampa's going to be in AEW, but I thought the debut was very good.
I hope that he gets to keep the name, keep the gimmick, pretty much, keep the look. So that helps as well.
Yeah. Wonder how Johnny Gargano feels. He's kind of on an island now on SmackDown. Like, what's he doing? He's not
big on his match. He wrestled on SmackDown. Wasn't really a fan of that match too much.
No. I'm not a fan of Nathan Frazier at all.
By the way, do you notice Roxanne Perez got busted open on SmackDown?
Yeah, Charlotte kicked her in the face.
I thought chopped her, but okay.
No, she kicked her right in the face. It was I went back to see how Roxanne got busted, and she ran into the corner, and Charlotte's like, behind the ropes on the apron, throws a boot up, and just throws a big kick right to Raquel's nose, I think, mouth. I'm not sure where she was bleeding. There was a lot of blood. But I know it was a kick from Charlotte because Charlotte kicked her, and then Roxanne went, like, you could tell.
Yeah, well, there's a huge gash on her cheek now. Bad.
It was Charlotte Flair's boot. LA Knight, Tiffany Stratton, and Sol Ruca all expected to be in the Rumbles. Chris Jericho as well. Forgot about LA Knight. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Michin not expected to be in the Rumbles. That's the latest report from somebody. Forgot about LA Knight.
Whoa.
He'll probably be in the Rumble. Man, I'd like to see him win. That would be fun. That would make things interesting. LA Knight, CM Punk for the world title at WrestleMania. Give me that.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I see him stopping the Vision from winning. I don't see LA Knight winning, though.
No, me neither. We made our pick. You want to do betting odds? You want to see?
Sure, yeah.
Betting odds for the Rumble. Roman Reigns plus 150, the favorite to win. Okay, we're not off base there. Gunther plus 200, second favorite. Braun Breaker as well, 200. Sami Zayn 400. Cody Rhodes 400. LA Knight 500. Jacob Fatu 600.
Sami Zayn's not even in it. He's a favorite. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Where are these odds from? My bookie. Okay. Women's Rumble. Liv Morgan, favorite to win, minus 125. Good God Almighty, John. Did you know that?
Really? Wow. I didn't know that. I'm surprised.
Me too. Okay. Liv Morgan.
I thought you had better odds.
Huh?
I thought you had better odds, honestly, with the Tiffany thing.
No. Bianca Belair plus 150. Rhea Ripley plus 250. Tiffany Stratton plus 500. Becky Lynch plus 600.
Huh. Wow.
Whoa. Okay. Well, maybe you're right on that, John. We'll see. I guess Liv Morgan's winning the Royal Rumble according to Vegas.
I still like your Tiffany pick, though. It's not a bad pick, the Tiffany pick.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of different sports books now. If you can bet on it. Roman Reigns, the favorite for the men's Rumble. And Liv Morgan, the favorite for the women's Rumble.
Wow. That's surprising.
Wow. All right, well, we'll find out tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. I'll be on a lot. I'll be on during the Rumble to do a little men's Rumble watch-along and Rumble recap show. And then I'll be on again 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the UFC 325 pay-per-view. So we'll be doing the watch-along for UFC 325, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, new start time for the UFC. So a big day here for us tomorrow on the Ringside Report Network. Enjoy the Rumble. We'll see you during the Rumble, and we'll talk to you then. Thank you to Harold Schneider for supporting the show. This show is brought to you by Harold Schneider. He's a good man. He loves wrestling. He loves Wrestling Uncensored. He loves the Ringside Report Network. And he helps us celebrate our 20th anniversary of covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts here. Thank you, Harold. You are the star of the show. Thank you to all the members checking in. Angelo Contagonis, Jason Pete, and, of course, Harold Schneider. All the members supporting over at join.ringsidereport.net and membership.ringsidereport.net. Thank you for your support. You guys really do keep this show going. If the members disappeared, I don't know if the show would still go, right? So everybody that's not a member, you should thank the members for this show still going. You know, if you're not a member and you like the show, you should become a member. And if you're not going to do that, you don't want to spend the money, I get it. But maybe thank a member, because it's thanks to those people that this show would be going. Because if there was if there's nothing coming into the show, we can't keep the show going. So the members are the ones that keep the show going. So you should thank them or become one yourself so the show will continue to go. I'm saying, I started this show, I was a much younger man. I don't have the stamina anymore. 20 years is a lot of time. Thank these members for keeping us going. Johnny's old. When I met John, he was skinny, not jacked. Now he's old and jacked. Look what time has done to you, John. You're in much better shape somehow. Good for you.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, it's really
rough.
terrible.
Real tough. Real tough. Poor guy. All right, we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes, boy!
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word.
You know the drill.
hit that subscribe button, flip those notification switches.
We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time, and have a good night.